Today we are going to cover the concatenate function within Microsoft Excel. This is used to combine two sets of data into one cell. Now, along with all other functions within Microsoft Excel, you can use the insert function process if you're not sure how to do this. So you could type concatenate, which is up as the most recent one I've used, but you can click on this and then have this kind of create the formula for you. But today we're going to start this just from scratch. So I'm going to type in concatenate. You can see it starts to type it up for me. And then in the second row is the last name, and the first row is the first name. So I could just do the first row, the comma, double quote, space, double quote, comma, and then the second name. So if I just wanted first name, then last name, so you can see that's been entered there. But for this, I actually want to take this and create a first name and then comma, and then last name. So I'm going to do last name, comma, double quote, comma, space, comma, double quote, comma, and then first name. And then here I've got, as you often see in lists, the last name and then the first name. And then if I get my little plus sign here and I double click, it will copy it all the way down. Another example might be one where we want to add additional information to what is already there. So we kind of saw that before where we added the comma between the two names, but let's do another example. So I'm going to concatenate. I'm just going to do first name, have a space without the comma, and then the last name. And then I want to put added to email list on, and then I want to put today's date. So I'm going to put comma, I'm going to do text, do today, comma, and then I'm going to choose the format that I want. And I'm going to do day, month, year. So that has added this text over here where it says that they were added to the email list on the 17th of September 2023. Again, get the plus sign, double click on it, and it will copy it all the way down. So the last example we have is where we want to concatenate multiple columns together, but we want to do a couple other things. So one is we want to be able to add the 0 before any zip codes that are a length of 4. You can see that this zip code has the 0 removed. We could set this as a text field, add the 0 manually, but we're going to do this all as part of the concatenate function. So I want to do equals concatenate. Again, I'm doing the same thing I was before. So here I just want spaces in between the data. So space there, and then here's the last one. So here, if I just do this field just by itself, I'm going to end up with a zip code that's too short. So instead of just D4, I'm going to do if the length, Len, of this equals 4, then put a 0 before it, and then put the zip, else just put the zip. So what this has created, and that warning was just I didn't have an extra closing bracket at the end, parentheses, is this now adds the leading 0. So it's saying that if that field is a length of 4 instead of 5, just go ahead and add that leading 0 so that our data is correct. So the other thing though I want to do with this is I want to make this into a almost like you would see on an actual envelope. So I want to put, instead of spaces here, I want to put carriage returns. So if I take these spaces out and I put in the word char 10, and I'm just going to copy it to make it easier, and I put this in place of all these spaces. At first, when we do this, it'll look like it's all kind of mashed together. But then if I take my view and I remove wrap text, you can see this now looks like it's more in line with what you would see on an envelope. So obviously, if we really wanted this to go on an envelope, we need the NJ to be right behind Bridgeport instead of on the next row. So that one, we would actually have a comma there. So actually, we want both of those, sorry, if we were sending this into an envelope. So here, this is now, you got the address on the first row, you've got the city name, comma, state, comma, zip code, and you are able to now copy that all the way down with the plus sign, and then you can drag it up or manually copy and paste it onto the rows above. So that is another way to use concatenate using the char 10. That is the same as a carriage return. Allows you to split the data up. As you can see, this now could be actually fed into a mail merge or into printing on an actual envelope.